So we're going to show you how to make butter out of heavy whipping cream, and it's pretty easy. You can make it with your mixer, or you can also make it in a jar. Take a mason jar with a lid, make sure the lid's on tight, and you shake it. It'll probably take about 5 minutes or so to do that, but you'll see here that it's easy with the mixer too. And so you just simply take your heavy cream, you pour it in your bowl here, and then you take some salt, and you're supposed to use about 2 teaspoons. I'm just going to give it a couple of twists here. As you can see, it's pink salt. And then you just simply put on your bowl, kind of like if you're making whipped cream, but you're just going to go a step further. And if you've never done either, it's fun and it's something different. So it just takes a little bit of time. Okay, so we're not there to the butter, but we are getting close to the whipped cream stage. As this is called soft peaks, where it's getting more into, it's getting more whipped. Now, obviously, I've added the salt to this, but if you want to make whipped cream instead of butter with heavy cream, you would just add a little bit of powdered sugar. Don't add any salt. Some people add vanilla, and then it's almost to the stiff peaks stage where it kind of stands up on its own. This is more of a softer. And if you wanted to add some herbs or something to this, you certainly could if you have fresh herbs like thyme. Thyme is probably the most popular. Rosemary are typically the most popular that go well with the heavy dairy part of butter. So we're just going to keep whipping, and we're getting there. Okay, so when you're here, you're getting to the whipped, this is the whipped cream part, you know, whatever you put on your pie or mixed with berries or whatever. And yeah, so that's the whipped cream part. As you can see, it's nice and stiff. And so we're getting closer to butter. It doesn't take long, but you do want to watch it, and you want to make sure that, you know, it's forming. If you're sitting here for minutes on end, it's not forming, that's not good. And I've never had butter fail me, but just keep that in mind. I'm taking my whisk off, and I use my spatula to get all the cream off. I'm going to put my paddle on, but first, it's getting really close. So first, I'm going to take and scrape it on the edges. And what's going to happen, as you'll see, is the liquid is going to start to separate from the fat, and that's the buttermilk. And you'll see that happening, and we'll show it. And I've just slowly been increasing the speed as we've been going here. When you start with it liquid, you want to have a slower speed so you're not splashing cream all over your kitchen. All right, so back to this. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh. All right, so as you can see here, the butter has separated from the buttermilk, and you can use whatever you need to get it out, but I have a little strainer spoon I'm going to use, and then you can use that buttermilk for cooking or baking or drinking, whatever you'd like. And simply, as you can see, it's just butter, and it's delicious, and it would go good on some homemade bread or crackers or whatever you like to put your butter on, potatoes, and it's set to go. Now, depending on where you live, making your own butter might be more cost effective, especially if you have access to a dairy that you can purchase the heavy cream from, maybe cheaper. Where we live, it's cheaper for us just to buy the butter, but this is fun to do, and it's something I think if you have kids or grandkids, niece, nephew, neighbor kids, you can teach them how this works, how butter is made, how there's a separation from the fat from the liquid, and it's also just kind of a fun, tasty project. It tastes a lot more fresh than butter you buy from the store as well, so it's something we do occasionally, and so I highly recommend it. And as you can see, it didn't take very long, and then you have that buttermilk also in case you want to make something with it. So there you go. Easy to do, your own homemade butter. For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.